Hey everyone, you're watching Bookwork. Bookwork is all about focusing on key principles and practical ideas from the best-selling non-fiction books. And today's book is Atomic Habits by James Clear. 2020 is almost over. Most of us can't wait to say goodbye to 2020 and welcome 2021. This is the ideal time to reflect and make decisions on what actions need to be taken for the year ahead, especially with respect to new habits. Studies say 80% of people give up their New Year resolutions by the second week of Jan. We all have experiences, right? So let me share with you some powerful ideas and strategies to keep up your new habits from this book. This is one of the best books I have read on this subject. It's concise, thoughtful, inspiring, and well researched. So here you go. Bookwork number 1. The power of 1% improvement. A habit is a behavior that has been repeated enough times till it becomes natural. Success is the product of daily habits, not a once-in-a-lifetime action. Too often we convince ourselves that massive success requires massive action. The truth is, small improvements accumulate into remarkable results. An atomic habit is a regular practice or a routine that is not only small and easy to do, but is also the source of incredible power, like an atom. The difference tiny improvement can make over time is amazing. Here is how the math works out. If you can get 1% better each day for 1 year, you will end up 37% times better by the time you're done. Conversely, if you get 1% worse each day for 1 year, you will decline nearly down to zero. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Making a choice 1% better or 1% worse seems insignificant in the moment. But over the span of time, these choices determine the difference between who you are and who you could be. Your outcomes in life right now are results of your habits. Your net worth is result of your financial habits. Your body weight is result of your eating habits. Your knowledge is result of your learning habits. Your clutter at home is result of your cleaning habits. You get what you repeat. If you find yourself struggling to build a good habit or break a bad one, it's not because you have lost your ability to improve. It is often because you have not yet crossed what James calls plateau of latent potential. Just look at this figure. We often expect progress to be linear and hope it comes fast. In reality, the results of our efforts are often delayed. Initially, we experience something called value of disappointment, and a lot of people give up in this stage. This is what happens to most New Year resolutions. People will feel discouraged after putting weeks or months of hard work, and they don't see any results. The truth is, this work was not wasted; it was simply being stored. So this particular model reminds me of a very famous quote on Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna says, "On this path, effort never goes waste and there is no failure. Even a little effort towards spiritual enlightenment will protect you." All big things come from small beginnings. So the practical action for us from this principle is, number 1, have patience. Number 2, even if you are spending few minutes every day, and if you are consistent, you will see bigger results later. For example, exercise. Even if you spend 5 minutes every day on a particular exercise, say, crunches, abdominal crunches, you will see a flat stomach in few months or few days maybe, if you are consistent. Ultimately, it is your commitment to the process or the system will determine your progress. A very important thing he mentions in the book is, more than goals, systems matter. Both winners and losers have the same goal, but what differentiates the winner is a system. A system is a daily plan of action towards your goal. So in 2021, when you set your goal, create a system, a daily plan of action to achieve your goal, a daily success ritual. Bookwork number 2, the power of identity. So imagine two people wants to stop smoking, all right? When offered a smoke, the first person says, no thanks, I'm trying to quit. And listen to the response again. He says, I'm trying to quit. It sounds like a reasonable response, but this person still believes he's a smoker who is trying to be something else. The second person declines by saying, no thanks, I'm not a smoker. It's a small difference, but the statement signals a shift in identity. I am not a smoker. He no longer identifies as someone who smokes. Got it? So behind every system of actions are a system of beliefs. Behaviors that are incongruent with the self will not last. This is a very powerful thing. True behavior change is identity change. You might start a habit because of motivation or New Year, but the only reason you will stick with one is when it becomes part of your identity and when you are proud of that behavior. So how to change your identity? So here is a strategy. Your identity emerges out of your repeated behaviors or action. The more you repeat a behavior, the more you reinforce your identity associated with that behavior. If you go to church every Sunday, you have evidence that you are religious. If you go to gym every day, even when it's raining, you have an evidence that you are committed to fitness. The more evidence or proof you have for a belief, the more strongly you will believe that's your identity. And we all have the power to change our identity. We can change it bit by bit, day by day, habit by habit, by creating more evidences or proofs. So every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. For example, your goal is to become a healthy person, right, in 2021. So the question you have to ask is, what would a healthy person do? What time he or she wakes up? Does he climb stairs or take elevator? Eat junk food or healthy food? Move more or less? You have to act and behave like a healthy person every day and focus on making small changes or small wins every day till that become a strong belief and your identity. Our beliefs determine our identity. Our identity determines our action. Our actions determine our outcomes. So think about it. Whatever habit you want to develop in 2021, reflect on the beliefs you have about that. Reflect on your identity. So start working on changing your limiting belief system. Bookwork number 3, the 4 laws of behavior change. The 4 laws of behavior change are a simple set of rules we can use to build better habits. They are, number 1, make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying. So let me explain. The first law is make it obvious. So many people think they lack motivation, but what they really lack is clarity. One of the best ways to build a new habit is to identify a current habit you already do each day and stack your new behavior on top of that. This is called habit stacking. Right? So habit stacking is a strategy you can use to pair a new habit with a current habit. For example, you have a habit of having your morning tea every day. So you stack a new habit with that. After my morning tea every day, I will do 20 push-ups. Right? So be clear about the time, space, and location of your new habit. Be clear, clarity. The second law is make it attractive. Habits are a dopamine-driven feedback loop. When dopamine rises, so does our motivation to act. We need to make our habits attractive because it is the expectation of a rewarding experience that motivates us to take action in the first place. So this is where a strategy known as temptation bundling comes into play. Temptation bundling works by linking an action you want to do with an action you love to do. Like a friend of mine, he has a strategy that he doesn't eat anything, till he does, a couple of Surya Namaskar. He does like a lot of rounds of Surya Namaskar every day in the morning. So you connect that with food. Or, you can do something like this, like, just connect with some outfit, a skinny jeans or something you want to wear, right? So make an irresistible offer to yourself. Make it attractive. The third law is make it easy, right? The idea is to make it as easy as possible, the law of least effort. Human behavior follows the law of least effort. We naturally gravitate towards the option that requires the least amount of work. Create an environment where doing the right thing is as easy as possible. There is something called the 2-minute rule. The 2-minute rule states when you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. Now start by mastering the first 2 minutes of the smallest version of the behavior. Then advance to an intermediate step will be easy. And you can repeat that. I'll give an example. Like your goal is to become a vegetarian, okay? Just for example, right? So phase 1, start eating vegetables. Phase 2, stop eating animals with 4 legs, right? Phase 3, stop eating animals with 2 legs, chicken and all. Phase 4, stop eating animals with no legs, maybe fish. Phase 5, stop eating all animal products. So take one phase at a time, master it, and then move to the next phase. Got it? The fourth and the last law is make it satisfying. The cardinal rule of behavior changes. What is rewarded is repeated. What is punished is avoided. We are more likely to repeat a behavior when the experience is satisfying, right? The human brain is evolved to prioritize immediate rewards over delayed rewards. So one of the most satisfying feeling is the feeling of making progress. For example, a small needle movement in your weighing machine, when you check your weight, gives you confidence that you are progressing. So download a habit tracker app or any other visual forms of measurement to track your progress. The most important thing, right? Pick the right habit and progress will become easy. Pick the wrong habit and it'll be a struggle. Pick habits aligned to your passion, your aspirations, your vision, your goal. So any progress you make will be really satisfying. Habits are easier when they align with your natural abilities. So choose the habit that best suit you. So to wrap up, atomic habits are small habits that can have a huge impact if performed over months or years. The goal is to make minimum 1% improvement every day consistently. To change your habit, work on your belief system and your identity first. The 4 laws of behavioral change are: make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying. Overall, a great book. I highly recommend everyone to get a hard copy of this book and read. Alright, so let me end this video with a powerful quote from Aristotle. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. Wish you an awesome 2021. So Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Stay strong, stay safe.